Hey, good morning, all. I hope all is well. I'm doing just a quick video. I just actually got off of a coffee talk with one of our legislative districts that's within my congressional district, and yeah, it went well. It's something we like to do. We just kind of talk a little bit, a little strategy, a little bit of just us talking with like-minded folks, and so that was always really cool to do. I haven't been able to do it. I'm still a working man, so I haven't been able to do it in probably the last 2 months. But anyway, we have more interesting moves in CD8. Apparently, one of the candidates is stepping down, and yeah, so I think we're down to four officially. We'll see. I don't know. I can't keep up. As I've said many times before, I can only worry about myself and my team. So that's where kind of my focus is. Sorry about the background. I'm not really in a place that I would normally record. So I kind of put my Zoom screen meeting black the backup. It's my cactus and of course the logo's up at the top there. So yeah, I just wanted to I haven't said much for the new year. So happy new year to everyone. Um, I did want to dispel one rumor. For some reason, I guess I'm doing something halfway right. So what a month and a half ago, someone sent me an email that says, Mark, I heard you dropping out. No, no, I'm not. I'm in. I'm here. You have to deal with me. I'm in. And the other thing was I've heard this rumor that Mark doesn't like Republicans. So here's the thing. 100% full transparency. As I said, I don't throw my rocks and hide. I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. Was raised that way, and I don't plan on living that way, and I will not die that way. So, uh, most of my, uh, I'd say probably most of the folks that I tend to hang with here in Arizona are Republican, to be really honest with you. We just don't see eye to eye fully politically. Um, and a lot of them were actually surprised that I was running as a Dem, but there is no way I would run as a Republican, especially not with this current party. So, do I like these MAGA Republicans? No, no, I don't. Republicans overall, I'm okay with Republicans. I have no problem with them. A lot of my early signatures are Republican. That's another issue. But yeah, most of who I talk to, hang with, we've been over each other's houses. Again, it's just not. I'm not the. Well, I have one friend. No, I have way more than that. Uh, so I even have some Republicans running around with this logo on. But yeah, so I don't know fully where that came from. I think partially it's been a little bit of, let's say, if you remember the telephone game, one thing gets said, by the time it gets repeated by the third or fourth time, it's totally off base or it's not the original statement. And so I know there's been of that going on, a little bit of that, and I think some of it has been kind of intentional of rewording some different comments. But yeah, I have no problem with Republicans. I never have. I've always had some Republican friends. I'm former military. I'm from a lot of cops. The military, the United States military, all branches, it's probably outside of American police forces, the U.S. military is probably the second largest conservative institution we have in this country. Military are probably um, they are the most conservative outside of the overall GOP, the Republican Party. So no, I have no problem with Republicans. I do take umbrage and issues with some of these weird election deniers and now these brand new anti-vaxxers and that Trump wing of the MAGA party, because a lot of what they talk about is blanketed racism. Now, whether they want to say it or not, again, just watch any video with them getting interviewed. I don't encourage you all to watch Fox News, faux news, but just watch Fox News. You'll hear the statements. Much of it is blanketed under Christianity, white nationalism. They're all cousins, and unfortunately, they're sort of cousins, and that probably get me in trouble for saying that. But you know, racism has been done under the blanket of Christianity for years. Slavery was done under the blanket of Christianity, unfortunately, and that's the West African or the African slave trade, and then which became the American slave trade or the chattel slavery. So it is what it is. Now, all Republicans don't feel that. All Republicans are not racist. But again, until you get those heavy racists out of the party, then I'm not identifying with that. I wouldn't want to, and then you got a lot of these kooks out there. And yes, I will call some of these kooks by name. You got Bo Bear from Colorado. She's in the news again. She was apparently fighting with the husband. She's jerking off a guy in a movie theater. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Um, she's got a guy fondling her breasts in a stage play in theater that a play geared for preteens. Come on, go home. But anyway, she's smoking. Apparently, she was smoking marijuana through vape. Again, I don't care if you smoke. I don't care if you're vaping. But if the law of the theater says no smoking, no vaping, don't smoke, don't vape. Yeah, follow the rule of law. Had that been me, it'd been a whole different ball game. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene. One minute she says this, next minute she says that. She's essentially showing pornography, in the House. Like, come on, you're in these subcommittees and committees, and you're showing these weird pictures of Hunter Biden, and the man was a drug addict, and I'm sure you can catch a lot of drug addicts in compromising positions, you know, if you search hard enough. No one wants to see that. If I'm sitting in Congress, and I can promise you, I will never show pornography of any sort in Congress. Never. That will not happen. Not on my watch. Won't happen. That's not the place for that. Now, if you want to put that foolishness on your own social media or what is it, Truth or whatever it's called, or you have your separate Discord page, put it there. Who cares? I don't want to see that on the news. I don't want to see it on the floor in the House. I don't. But again, one minute she says this, one minute she's anti Jewish anything. The next minute she's pro Israel. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. So yeah, again, I don't know where some of these lies and mistruths are being propagated, but again, from the horse's mouth. I'm not going to call myself a horse, but no, I have no problem with Republicans. Now, I think where that came from, there were some interesting moves in my district back in I think October. There were a couple of moves and a couple of things that were stated, and yeah, they were provocative. And I've mentioned it in previous videos. Go back and watch. I'm not going to recount what happened. If you're following, you're familiar with what happened. And there were some moves. And again, please remember, I'm the son of a diplomat. My dad was a former diplomat, but I was also born and raised in D.C. And I've spent time down near the Capitol. Yeah, I've eaten lunch and I've had dinner down at Palm in D.C. That's where they all go. So I'm very, very familiar with some of the moves that are made, in particular by the different parties and how they make the moves. And there's been a couple things that I've seen that were very, let's say, reminiscent of things I've seen back in DC. Also, remember, I was pretty plugged into politics when I was in DC. So, with that said, again, I have no problem with Republicans. Look, I some of my earliest signatures are Republican. I don't even know if I'll be able to use them. Um, some of the backing I've had has been Republican. Some of my fundraising has come from Republicans. So no, I have no problem with Republicans. I have no problem with conservatives. I do have a problem with the folks that are spreading lies, in particular some of these MAGA folks. Again, because a lot of what they are spewing is blanketed racism. It is what it is. Talk about the border, a lot of these other things. They're just blanketed racism. And that, yeah, I'm going to call you on that. I will call you out, and I'll call you out to your face. It is what it is. That's how I was raised. So anyway, with that said, I got to run because I am a working man. And if you heard a minute ago, I had an alert. So again, as I keep saying, I don't have multimillionaires backing me. I don't have dark money. Um, so I got to run because I'm still working. I'm still a 9 to 5 guy. Yeah, imagine that, trying to do a campaign and work at the same time. It is what it is. I'm multitasking. So with that said, peace and blessings to you. See the logo? Love my logo. Uh, And we'll talk more about that in another video. I'm not going to say it yet. There's something really, really funny. I promise you, you're going to laugh at this. I just won't say it now, but there's something really, really funny about myself and my logo. And yeah, but you have a wonderful day. Hope your new year is going well. Hope you have a safe, prosperous, and an absolute wonderful 2024. And as always, peace and blessings to you. And maybe I'll see you soon. Goodbye. My cactus, sorry, the cactus is pretty good, isn't it? The cactus and logos, they're pretty cool, right? All right. Take care. Bye bye.